Hello guys, welcome to another design tutorial. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your regular host, Abu Joseph. On today's video tutorial, we're putting you through on how to achieve a successful church flyer design. Okay, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2020 for those who knows me. Please, if you are new to my channel, do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content, and please don't forget to give this video a like. Give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designer on the YouTube search engine. Okay, so for me to do this, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2020. So one of the things you'll be learning in this tutorial is how to create a wonderful layout. Layout is one of the important ways to actually achieve a successful flyer design, be it a party flyer or any kind of flyer. If you have a good layout, that is a good design structure on how you want your design to look, it will help you to actually achieve a high level of success. And also I will teach you how to create a custom background, okay, to actually achieve the main objective of the project, okay, and how to blend your backgrounds together with your background colors, depending on the kind of color you want, whether you'll be using the triadic color scheme, the complementary color scheme, depends on which you are making use of. So let's get into it. So first thing first, on my Photoshop here, I have to create a Canva workspace on which this project will be carried out on. So here I'll be making use of the inches unit of measurement. My parameters is on 4 inches of height and width. Resolution remains on 300. Color mode remains on RGB, and I'll click on create. So for you to achieve a wonderful layout, first thing first, you have to work with the design brief given to you by your client. Okay, so you look at the information you have on ground for the design project, then you look at in what way can I actually arrange them to work effectively. Okay, here's my Canva workspace. Let me give you a little illustration of what I'm trying to say. When designing a church flyer or a church poster precisely, normally the brand or the church normally gives you details, information of what they actually need, okay, to be on the flyer, such as the church logo will be on the flyer, the name of the church will be on the flyer, the venue of the church will be on the flyer, the theme of the event, the rider as well will also be on the flyer. Likewise, the time in which the event will be taking place, the time and the venue. Here are the steps I use to create my layout. So here is the Canva workspace in which this project will be carried out on. Okay, now on this particular region here, I would like to place information such as the church logo and the name of the church on this particular part of my Canva workspace, while on this particular region here, can choose to put the theme of the event. I'll place it here, as well as the rider of the event. I'll also place it there. Then while at this other region here, I choose to put the date and time of the event. Okay, the date and time of the event, I'll place the information over here. While at this other end here, can choose to put in the location, that is the venue of the event. Okay, here I'll place in the location of the event, that is the venue of the event. Then over here I'll make a place the host, the image of the host over here. Okay, the image of my host, I'll place it over here. So ladies and gentlemen, I think with this you should be able to understand what I'm trying to do. Here we'll place the logo and the name of the church. here we'll put the theme, we'll place in the theme. Okay, Y over here we'll place in the dates and the time. Sorry for the way I'm writing, I'm making use of my mouse, I'm not using a pen for this. And here I'll put in my venue. Okay, the venue of the event. So I think this is well organized and this is well structured. So let's get to the design process. So first thing first, I'll come over to my adjustment panel here, all the way to my gradient here. Okay, I need to create a custom gradient. Okay, here I've already created the gradient earlier. Okay, and here are the sliders, the scrubbers, okay, of the gradient editor. Here on my highlight, here is the hex code for the color I'm using. Here on my shadows, here are the hex code for the colors I'm making use of. So I'll click on OK. Then here as well, you notice that my shadow, I placed it at about 90. That is the location of the scrubber. Okay, about 90. Okay, on my scrubber I need more of the shadows, that's why I place it about 90 on the sliders. Okay, so I'll click on OK here. Then I'll come over here on my scale. Under my scale you have the reverse option. I'll enable it. Okay, after enabling it, I'll click on the OK button. I think this setting is good this way. So next thing on this project, I'll be placing in other resource images. These are the resources I'll be using for the project. These are the resources I'll be using for this project. So you can check the video description. Check this video description. You'll find a link to get the resource files. So all I have to do is to drag in this light flare into my Canva workspace over here. Okay, I'll hold Alt to scale out properly. I think this is good. It scales out properly. So after doing that, come to my filter here, all the way to my blur, all the way to Gaussian blur. So I will reduce my blur level here to about 44. I think this is strong enough. So after doing that, the next thing I'll be doing here is to try to blend this with my background. Okay, so I'll come all the way to luminous here. Okay, that's for the blending, for the light bouquet. So after doing that, I'll come over to my adjustments. I'll come over here and enable this precisely. Okay, so I'll come over here, click on curves. Okay, adjust my handle this way. I'm trying to add trying to create depth, okay, for on my background, so that other information will work properly. Okay, likewise this, and to adjust this, I think this is okay this way. Okay, so after doing that, I'm done with this particular phase of this project. So the next phase, I have to also drag in this image over here into my Canva workspace, position it somewhere around here, check and change my blending mode to screen precisely. Ctrl T to scale, to transform, and to scale it up a little. I think this is good enough. Okay, so after doing that, the next phase, I want to add a little bit of contrast to my background. I don't like the way it's too flat, so I'll hit Ctrl Shift N on my keyboard to create a custom new layer over here. So I'll click on soft light, enable the 50% neutral color off. Okay, so come over here, right click on the layer and convert it to a smart object. Come to my filter here, add noise, Okay, so after doing that, I'll set it to, I think this parameter is good. Enable the uniform and enable the monochromatic as well, and click on OK. I think this is good for this. So after doing this, I'll select the whole layer, click on the first one, hold shift, click on the last layer, hit Ctrl G on your keyboard. Ctrl G on your keyboard enables you to group. So I'll call this background. Okay, that's BG, it's time for my background. Next thing on this project, we are done with the background aspect, is to bring in my model image. Okay, let me drag in my model image. I'll be placing it around somewhere here like this. I think this is good enough. Okay, I'll check this way. So after doing that, I'll come back to here where I have my light here. So come over here, I want to make a little adjustment over here. I want to adjust the light. Okay, I'm trying to create a contrast with my background. So close the group, make a duplicate of my model image here, that is the host of the event. Okay, make a clip marks of this, hold Alt on your keyboard in between the two image layers. You notice your mouse pointer changes to this. Whenever you see it change to this, you just left click, it will clip marks it automatically. So come over here to my filter. I'm trying to give it make the image a little bit sharper. Okay, so I'll come over here all the way to high pass. Okay, on the high pass, I'll scale this down to, let me see, to about 1 point precisely. Okay, this should be good enough. So after doing that, I'll change this to hard light. Okay, that's for that. Now after doing that, I need to work on the colors. I noticed that the colors on the face of my model, I don't like it. I noticed that there is a high level of red tones on the face, so I need to scale it down precisely. So I'll come to here where I have my adjustment all the way to my selective colors. Okay, on my selective colors here, so I want to make a little adjustment to the colors, the red tones. I'll enable this. Okay, and I will increase my cyan. The opposite, please take note, if you notice, we have the CMYK here on my screen, that is under the selective colors. At the opposite side of this, we have the RGB color scheme. So the opposite of cyan is red, the opposite of magenta is blue, and the opposite of yellow is green. So if I go this way, I'm adding more of red, but if I go this way, I'm adding more of cyan to this. That is, by doing this, I'm trying to reduce the level of my red tones in this image. I think this is good. So after doing this, I'll come over here as well to my yellow. Okay, now I need to also make a little adjustment to this as well. So I'll scale down the size, that is the radius of my yellows, to, I think this is good enough. Okay, so after doing that, let me see what else do I need. Let me add a little bit of red to this time around. Okay, now if you look at the model image, it has a feel of the background on it. I'm trying to blend the model image with the background so that they'll have that feel and the feel of they are together, giving it a good, nice looking contrast. Okay, so that's what I just did by making use of the selective colors. Now, in order to sharpen this, you can come over here all the way to my curves. Okay, I'll raise this. Don't forget to clip mask this. I only need this effect to be on only the model image. please. Every other thing here you clip marks them, please. So I'll come over here, add a little highlight here and add a little shadow over here. Okay, you can see. So you here, these particular regions are for the shadows, these particular regions are for the highlight, while these particular regions are for the midtones. So you work on your image the way you feel it should actually look like. I think mine is good this way. So after doing this, the next phase of this project will be bringing in text. Okay, so let's get into that. So first thing first, we come to my view here, enable my layout. So let me set my layout to something about this. Okay, I think this is good enough. This is good enough. So I've locked in my layout. So let me select, have to select the layers together and group them and call this model, that is the host of the event. Okay, so now apart from that, if you notice, I normally lay emphasis on my designs precisely. For example, I say that whenever you have light coming from this side of your image, okay, so there should be a feel of shadow here. Now if you notice, my background around here has a high level of light. Okay, so light coming from this way and light at the background has to work and communicate perfectly. Now I need to depict sending a particular message in such a way that, okay, I have a light here, I still need some of the light to be casted on this model this way. Okay, likewise at this side of this model here, there are more high light here, unlike this side. So in order for me to do this, I'll open back my model layer here, click on create new layer. I also have hold Alt to clip marks. After holding Alt to clip marks here, pick my brush, okay, on my tool here, hold Alt. I want to pick a color around here. I think this is good enough. Okay, let me scale it up and right click to change your brush to a soft round brush precisely. After doing that, you scale it up, make sure that your flows and opacity are set to about 100 precisely. So you just come over here, you brush this way, let me see, brush this way and brush this way. Now if you can see, the light is more on the body and the face of my model. So in order for me to control this, so I'll come here, change this to screen. Okay, that is one of the way. Then over here, I'll also reduce the strength of the light precisely. Let me see, let me leave it on something about, okay, let me still scale it down to about 8 pixels, that is 8%. Now let me zoom out. This is the before and this is the after. I'm trying to like add a little light reflection coming from my background here. That's what I'm trying to depict, okay, by doing this. Okay, so that the light from both ends will be perfectly balanced on my model. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's go to the next phase. The next phase of this project has to do with placing in of my text. So let me copy in this text here, pick my text to left click and paste it into here. Okay, so I need to enable my character panel. My character panel is not here, so I'll come to my windows here and enable my character panel here. I'll be making use of the font called Montserrat. So I'm making use of Montserrat. This should be on semi-bold. Scale down the size, increase my tracking, okay, my leadings precisely, Likewise this, I'll come over here, highlight this and reduce this to, let me say, medium. Okay, let me reduce this to regular precisely. I think this is good. Change my color to white. Okay, Ctrl T, scale down the size and position it somewhere around here. Okay, after doing that, come over here and drag in the church logo here. So I need to change this color to white. So I'll double click on my layer here, on my layer panel. My layer styles comes up, change the color to white. Okay, I need the logo to be more visible. So let me right click and convert this to a smart object. Okay, so come over here, scale it down. Converting your image to a smart object enables you to actually maintain quality, that is maintaining the pixels resolution of that particular image. Okay, these are image, so whenever you convert your image to a smart object, it helps you to maintain the actual quality of the image. Okay, I think this is good enough. So after doing that, the next phase is to bring in the theme of the event, which is this. Okay, come over here, pick my text to left click and paste it in right here. So I'll paste it in right here, check. Okay, I'll be using the font called Harrington. Okay, that's the name of the font. I'll have to scale this up. So let me scale it up a little. I think this is good enough. Then adjust my leadings precisely. I think this is good. Ctrl T, scale down this, check, reduce the spacing between the text, still scale it up. The theme needs to be highly visible. Okay, I think this is nice, this is good as well. Okay, so after doing this, okay, our project is coming to life. Okay, so let me scale down this a little. Okay, this is good enough. So after doing this, I have to bring in our rider. Okay, so copy this. Please, from here I'll be fast forwarding a little, so that this tutorial video won't be too long. So in this next final phase of this project, I'll be placing in the name of my host over here. So let me turn and pick the text, selected the text, come into my Photoshop, pick the text to left click and paste it in right over here. Okay, for this I'll be changing the font to autograph. That's for this. Okay, and this I'll be changing this to Montserrat. I'm changing this to semi-bold precisely. So I'll check here, and if you notice that the name of my host is not visible here, so I have to create a little bit of contrast around this region, along this part. So all I have to do is to come to where I have my model, okay, grouped. So activate layer mask come to my tool here where I have my gradient. Then on your gradient, make sure the black and white is actually activated. Opacity remains on 100. Come over here, left click and drag this way. Okay, please don't forget to uncheck your reverse option. Okay, if you can notice, the name of my guest is now visible. So let me scale this down a little and place it around here. Okay, come over here, reduce the tracking for the text. Okay, pick my text tool, and I also want to increase the size for this. Need this to be more visible. I think this is good enough for this. So after doing this, I'll turn off my guide. If you can notice, now I have, here is the layout that I was explaining earlier. Okay, here is my layout for making a simple church flyer design. And also, if you can notice, I turn on the guide so that I'll make sure that all of my text and other information are aligned properly. And if you notice, you also learned how to blend your background. Okay, how to blur background, how to blend them together to work together in harmony. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our design tutorial. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. Don't forget to give this video a like. Please, if you are new to my channel, do well to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy my content, turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content. Please give this video a like once more. You can also follow me up on my socials at YJ Digital World. So if you have any comments, any questions, you can leave your questions and comment in the comment sections. The resource files, the exercise files for this tutorial is in the description for this video. Check the description, you'll find the exercise file. So thank you guys for watching.